Hello everyone, this is Latoya with Keystone Tax Solutions. Today this video is going to show you how to fill out your questions for your due diligence, which is your 8867 form. Once you've entered in all your information for your federal side, the personal information for the taxpayer, dependent information, income, deductions, anything like that, this is going to be the next page you come to. It's just letting you know that your federal side is complete. We're going to click on to the summary. It's going to summarize the return and break down the AGI. And we're just going to click to continue. This is your due diligence checklist, basically your 8867 form. So we're going to go through these questions. The first question: was the taxpayer or spouse a non-resident alien for part of the year? No. Usually the answer is going to be no. Is the taxpayer a qualifying child of another person? Going to click no. Did you complete the return based on information for tax year 2017 provided by the taxpayer or reasonably obtained by you? Yes. It's going to ask you if you interviewed the taxpayer and view any documentation to determine the eligibility for that taxpayer. Going to click yes. Did you review adequate information to determine the taxpayer eligible to claim credits? Yes. It's going to ask you if any information looks incomplete, inconsistent, or incorrect. You're going to click no. Did you satisfy the record retention? Basically, did you check the documentation that that client provided you and whatever documentation that client provided? So we're going to put a W-2 here if they provided their ID information or social security cards, whatever documentation they provided, you can enter that there. The next question: did you ask the taxpayer whether he or she could provide documentation to substantiate eligibility for and the amount of credit claimed on the return? Yes. Did you ask the taxpayer if any credits were disallowed or reduced in prior year? Yes. And it's going to ask if any of those credits were disallowed or reduced. No. If it was yes, of course you're going to click yes on that question. And it's going to ask you about the dependent. Is this child currently or intended to be qualifying child of any other individual's tax return? No. Next question for EIC: have you determined that the taxpayer is in fact eligible to claim the EIC for the number of children from whom the EIC is claimed? Yes. Did you explain to the taxpayer that he or she may not claim EIC if the taxpayer has not lived with the child for over half the year, even if the taxpayer has supported the child? Yes. Did you explain to the taxpayer the rules about claiming EIC when a child is the qualifying child of more than one person? Yes. And it gives you the tiebreaker rules down here if you want to read over those questions. Child tax credit questions: does the child reside with the taxpayer whom is claiming CTC or ACTC? Yes. The child has to live with that taxpayer. Have you determined that the taxpayer has not released the claim to another person? Yes. Did you certify that all answers on this form 8867 are, to the best of your knowledge, true, correct, and complete? Yes. And we're going to continue the information. And the next page is going to let you know if that client is eligible for that EIC or CTC. If all of these are green, then your client is good to go. And that's how you do your 8867 form.